Ackee and saltfish, fried roast breadfruit, and fried plantain. You want some? Come, let me show you how I made it. So to make ackee and saltfish, you need a can of ackee. I washed the can. I already boiled this one time. It's the saltfish. I'm going to probably boil it out another 2 times. I don't like my saltfish too hard and too salty. I'd rather add salt to the dish than actually have it through the saltfish. I just prefer it softer, and I'll explain to you why that is. Playlist is very different today. Shuahogany, oh shuahogany. We're going to cut up half of a red pepper. Okay. We're also going to cut up 2 scallion. I'm going to tell you a story about ackee and saltfish. I actually never liked ackee and saltfish. I used to like ackee and pork. I guess the way that I've always eaten the ackee and saltfish was the saltfish was very dry and very salty. I never like it like that. So I just assumed I didn't like ackee and saltfish. So I went to Jamaica with my friend, my best friend Kelly, and we stayed with a friend. She cooked us some food, of course, because Jamaicans are like that. Wonderful people, very hospitable, and she cooked us some ackee and saltfish, and I was kind of like, oh god, because I don't like it. Anyway, I'm not going to be rude. I'm going to be very polite because that's just how it is, right? It was so good, and I was like, it's not that salty. I'm like, why is it that I like this one and I don't like the one back home? That's because I'm going to assume she boiled out so much of the salt. The fish was so soft, and there wasn't a whole bunch of salt, which I absolutely loved. Everything in Jamaica tastes better. The food, just everything in general is better there. So when I came back home, I started making it like that because, like I said, I used to make it with pork. My ex used to cook it for me with pork because I didn't like it. So we used to fry up some little pieces of pork in there. And that's how I like, because I love ackee. I just didn't like the saltfish. I'm pretty excited to show you how to make this because it's really, really good. Now, like I said, I prefer to boil out my saltfish so it's nice and soft and it's not hard and salty. So you will be seeing me add salt to it because of that. That's just the way that I like it. I'm the only one that likes it in my house. So more for me, right? I'm going to fry roast breadfruit because that is my favorite. And I mean, favorite thing to eat. My ex mother in law, we were pretty close and I loved her dearly. And she knew I loved breadfruit because she loved breadfruit just as much. So every time she'd go back home, she always told me that she would make sure she gets me some breadfruit if it was like in season. And then because she lives in Toronto and I don't anymore, she used to send like a box for us to have like different things like she would bring from Jamaica and stuff. So she always had breadfruit in there for me. We shared that love for breadfruit for sure. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm also going to get like a proper onion too, not just scallion. I'm going to have a proper onion. Yeah. So I'm going to use this whole tomato. I like to dice it up fine. And actually, a good substitute for saltfish, if you don't like it, is pork. If you eat pork, you don't have to put meat in there at all because ackee is just good on its own. If you do want to try it with pork, you would just get some pork chops and you would just cut them up in like tiny little pieces. And then you would just season it up and fry it up and then just substitute the saltfish for the pork. I have to give it to Jamaica for this one. This is a delicious breakfast. Yeah. And like cornmeal porridge, any of their porridges, almond corn porridge. Oh, so good. I'll make those two at some point. And remember to wash all of your veggies and everything else, right? Just go wash it. Now we're gonna cut this up. Probably cut them like a half like this. So they're not too long. Yeah, because I'm only doing half of that. So I'll just grab that, cut that in half. I like the real versions. I don't really like the clean versions. And yes, I understand. I was with the Jamaican for 20 years. I understand. I actually understood before him, but Here's all of this nicely done. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to grab my thyme and I'm going to grab the onion too. Come use a big dancer. Come show me use a big dancer. Not bending down for nobody. Not on this screen. This is a wicked, like this is a really good mix, honestly. You know what I'll probably do because it's on SoundCloud. I will put the link to this playlist. If you want it, you can go check it out. I love Armani. His music is really good. I discovered Armani this summer, and I was like, song after song after song. I was just like, wow, this guy's really good. I wish that he would really. There's a song that he has called "Come Over." I wish he would release that, but it's not released yet. It's on SoundCloud, so I do listen to it every now and then. But that's a really good song. And according to him, he was responding to Jada Kingdom because he's absolutely in love with her. Anyway, see this little piece? I like to cut that off. It works amazing. So thank you, Kelly, for buying me this. Always thinking about me. Yeah. This song is amazing. Idonia, I love him too. It reminds me of that song. It's an older song. It's like I can't think because of the song is going. You know that old song? I can't think of it because it's going, but this is a good song. Take body down, take body down. Such a good song. Idonia, good job. So what you usually do is you boil it at least 3 times. Well, I guess it really depends on how salty you like it. I don't like it very salty. So I already boiled it once. I tasted it, it was too salt. So what you do is you pour some cold water in here and you bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, you dump it out, you taste it. If you don't like it, if it's too salty still, you add some more water, let it boil again. So it is boiling right now, so I'm going to empty it and check it again. Okay, so I emptied it out. I'm going to taste a little piece. Oh, that's good, I think. I'm gonna try like one of the bigger pieces. I'm gonna try. Okay, see, it's nice and soft, right? It's not like hard. This is 2 boils, but it was sitting in water, so I think I'm okay. I'm gonna let it sit in some water and not boil it anymore. I'll put it in some cold water. I'm gonna add some oil to the frying pan, just a little bit, just enough to cover the bottom. This angle is much better than that one over there in the front of my stove where like the steam is always in my face. So this is much better. I'm going to add the onions to the oil. We will add the garlic last because garlic it burns, right? So we're going to add the peppers. And then the tomatoes. And let that cook out. I'm going to add a cover so it can cook better. I'm going to add that. Someone had asked me before if my children or my family likes all of this West Indian food that I cook. And because my kids grew up in a Jamaican cultural home, we used to cook this stuff all the time. I'm going to add some thyme. And, as a kid, they were forced to eat things. But as they're older now, I don't force them to eat if they don't like something. So the majority of the things that they do like, they love oxtail, they love bully beef. I actually made that yesterday. Um, they Some of them like curry, some of them don't. I have 3 boys. My oldest one likes pretty much everything. Nobody likes the Ackee Saltfish. They don't like the cornmeal porridge. I love festival, fried dumpling, and I always make this kind of like this hot dog ketchup sauce. I don't know if you guys did that too, or if that's just like my ex that did that. But it's like just hot dogs, water, salt and pepper, and some ketchup. Anyway, they dunk the dumpling in that. They do like brown stew chicken, which I will be making one day. And I don't force them anymore, but they did eat that as kids. That cook a little bit more, and then we'll come back. So I'm going to grab some black pepper, just add that. And I'm also going to add the saltfish. I'm going to drain it first. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some little pieces of the saltfish. I don't want to break it up too much. I'm going to grab that, add in there, let it soak up some of the flavors, mix it up a little bit. Okay, so I opened up the can of ackee and I'm going to strain it and kind of just rinse it off before I put it in there. So before I put the ackee in, I'm going to taste it because ackee doesn't take long because it's cooked already. Mmm. Oh yeah, that fish is perfect. Add a little bit more pepper. Yeah. Okay. Here's the ackee. Now, if you're someone that has never had this before, that you're watching my videos and you'd like to try it, this has like an egg texture. They're delicious. Like, see, when you get it fresh in Jamaica, is even better, of course. But you know, this is all that we can get here. So I'm going to add that, and when you add this in here, you don't want to like mix it up because it'll break up. You just want to like gently fold it in to keep the size as best as you can. Okay. So like I said, we just kind of fold it in. There. I might actually put a little bit of water in there to give it a little bit more juices. There. There. Okay, I'm going to add the cover back again. See, because I like to have some like juices in there. Not a whole bunch, but I like to have that. Anyway, let that cook down. What happened to my music? See how nice that is? Amazing. I'm excited to eat this. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 100 stab, 1,000 juk, 100 stab, 1,000 juk. Okay. Mm, mm. It's been a while since I've had this. It is done, but I feel like I should add a little bit salt, to be honest. So I'm going to just add a little bit. You add it as, you know, your liking. Because like I said, I like my fish to not be too salty, and then I want to be able to add mine. So I feel like that is good. It's hot. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All done. There you go. I'm gonna share it out for you, okay? Is that good enough? Do you want more? It's just a little place, like a little snack. Okay. I'm also going to give you some breadfruit because you know. Then I'm gonna give you some fried plantain. Here you go. And here you are.